Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna give you some updates on this truck. Like I said when I started this project and this YouTube and thing is gonna hold me accountable for keep moving on this project. So pretty much it doesn't look like much this weekend's got done on it, but when I go through the list of what I've got done on it, you'll see, and it just takes a little bit of time to go through what I've done. Um, I'll flip this around, show you kind of what's going on with it, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it seems like it's forever, but right now I'm in a holding pattern right now, just waiting on time, paint, weather, and I got color matched paint last week, which I think I'm pretty good with. So I think we're ready for paint white in the ochre color, so I'm good with that. I think so. It's just a matter of time and the weather working in my favor here for being able to get this thing painted up, getting it garage cleaned out so I can get it painted, so I can get overspray on everything, getting it all cleaned up and ready. I think I'm gonna pull the doors back off and do the stripes on that first, um, and then I'll do the roof on it. Not sure on that, but I've had these doors on and off several times, and I've got them stripped down this weekend. So let me flip this around. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with some of this stuff. It's just little stuff needs to be done, and I'm glad I've got it done now, but I'm still not completely done with it. So anyway, I've did some cleaning up with the frame on it this weekend. It's like a disaster with I don't know. It needs power washed really really good. So one, it will be before I set the bed back on it. We'll get the power washer and scrub it down a little bit more. But so much dust in here working on this thing. I I don't know why, but well, I do know why because it's all this dust in here from sanding and grinding out Bondo and stuff. So I mean, it's still pretty dusty, but like I said, we'll give it a good cleaning before I put it all back together. So at least it'll start clean. But it's those trailer arms have been done and painted and cleaned up, stripped and degreased and all that stuff. And you couldn't tell it the way they look. I mean, that one looks a little bit better, but that one not very good shape. I did get my fuel line ran. I got my power line ran from the front to the I guess to the back to the front. So I did that. So I got my return line on it as well to the gas tank. I got my vent tube made for it because I relocated this gas tank from the yellow truck. I had it in the back, so I put it in the back of this truck because I had it and it's a little bit safer. And well, I had it, so I needed to use it. So I did get, and I don't know if it's a good idea, but let me show you real quick what I've done with this. I don't know yet if it's a good idea, but I don't know really a good spot to mount the external fuel pump and filters and stuff. So regulators. So I put it all back here on the back for now. It's easy to get to. A couple screws, you can take it all apart and replace it. It's not in the tank. Everybody suggests putting it in the tank, but I've got it. It's paid for. Like I've said before, I'm just trying to get it running. It's not a show truck. It's not a. I don't mind the noise. Plus, it's all the way out back, so it at this point it does sound a little bit louder than the motor because the motor's so quiet in this thing for now. So it is that is a good problem, I guess, at this point. But I've got everything mounted back here, so I'm happy with that. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be. I'm sure. I'm sure somebody else has got better ideas. But as far as doing some researching and Googling and YouTube researching, I'm not found any better solution than what I just did on this. Now, before, when it was the carbureted motor that was in my other truck, I had all that stuff that was mounted on the back behind the rear wheel. But I just felt safer with this all back here, up underneath, out of the way. So I don't know. That's where it's going to be for now. And I've got, like I said, the return lines running into it, fuel pumps running back here in the back, new line, new sending unit is going all the way back up front, back into the cab. So I've got that all loomed up inside. So I think the fuel system, I checked it, there's no leaks. I had it running for a while, off and on yesterday, just checking for leaks periodically throughout the day. And that part of it seemed to be pretty good shape. So pretty happy with that. So here's one of the doors on it. So I've got the moldings all stripped off of it. I got the mirror stripped off of it. I got the window felt stripped out of it because when I do get ready to paint the white stripes, the trim's going to have to be off of it anyway. And then I would really like to be able to clear it all at the same time. So I may even pull the trim off the front fenders and may scuff the front fenders down in white. So the white that I'm putting on the bed, the roof, and the door here on the side, and on the cab, it's pretty close, but I may end up just knocking the paint down on this a little bit and just making it look a little bit better. Maybe not better. I like the way it looks, but I might just be able to blend it in. But I took the big mirrors off the side of it so it'd be easier to clear it. I want to clear it all and somewhat make it look somewhat decent. I mean, like I said, it's not a show truck, so but right now we're in a holding pattern for paint. I think it's pretty close to paint. I mean, it could use a little bit more work on the paint job, I'm sure, but I'm not a painter. So let's see what we've done on the inside of it. So if you noticed, I don't know if you did or not, but I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, this truck didn't have a dome light on it when I got it, so the dome light now does work. It's not hooked up there yet because I'm going to clean up a little bit of this paint around the inside of it, but the dome light does work. It does. This truck does actually have a cargo light for it too. It's on the back, so I ran new wires for that so I can hook that up, and I got to get a switch ordered, and those little boogers are expensive. I don't have one that's got a cargo light on it in the past, so I don't have one of those laying around here, so that may be a new purchase for me, and they're not cheap, and I really don't want to, I don't know, I guess I could grind that hole out and make one fit, but that's really not what I want to do. So anyway, what I've done is couple nights ago, well, Friday night, I cleaned it up, scuffed it all down, sanded it, wire wheeled this floor in here, and then I put a good coat of undercoating under here, and then I put some sound deadener in on the floor. The truck's pretty quiet to start with, but I'm already this far. I've done it with a couple other vehicles that I've had, and it works. And this is not the high name brand stuff. If you really look at this stuff, it is actually house wrap materials that you build new houses with and new construction, and it works pretty decent. And I've used it before. Like I said, I've got a box of it. I got a deal on a box of it, and it's what I've used. It sticks really well. From what I can tell, this stuff is just about like the stuff that you buy. I'm not sure about the name, so I'm not even gonna bring it up, but that's where we're at with that. So I put all that stuff in there. It'll help a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, but like I said, it's going to be a little bit better. So I got a pretty good coat of undercoating up the footwells in the back, in the corners back here in the corners. You can't really see it because the light's bad. Dome light needs to be a little brighter. Maybe I'll put an LED light in it. But anyway, yeah, put those in there today. Doing a lot of double checking and rewiring some of the stuff underneath the dash, cleaning that up a little bit. If you guys have seen a 50-year-old vehicle with wiring and everybody else is in and outs of with wiring and splicing and cutting and drooping, you can't really see it very well. I don't know what I did with my flashlight, but let me go over here and get that flashlight. I don't want to really show it off too much because it's not in too good shape, but it is a lot better than it was. So yeah, there we go. So now you can get a better idea what this stuff looks like on the inside of it. So I just did the floor of it. I'm not for sure what I'm going to do with the firewall yet. I don't know yet. I've got that glued back up there right now. You can see that it's got tape on it. I glued it back up. The tape's just holding it on there so it don't fall off for now. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Gas tank's out of it. So I thought about putting some sound deadener on that too, or maybe just get me some material and like maybe car carpet or something and glue up or just to help it and make it look a little bit better. You don't see it, I know that, but maybe it'll help a little bit better with sound deadening. And then of course these are old speakers that I put back in it today, just make sure the radio worked in it. It did work at one time. And then this wire coming through the floorboard, the blue one, going into the yellow one right there, is my sending unit that I ran from the back up front, and it seemed to work. So I only got a few gallons of gas in it, so it doesn't, I don't know if it reads correctly or not. It did in the last truck I had this gas tank in. So, but anyway, some speaker wires laying here in the middle. I'll probably run those down the side over here because I've got plenty of it, and then run the speakers. I don't know if those are speakers. They work. They look brand new. So I'm going to probably use them for now until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But just a couple things I've touched up with underneath of it. The guy that had it before just sprayed it with, I don't know, looked like a freaking can of spray paint. So that's what I did too. I just covered over some of the orange on some of it because the guy is originally the blue truck. You guys know about that. And then the interior, I've not found anything that's got orange on the truck except this dash. So a couple spots I'm going to touch up. It's got some orange spots on it around the key and where it's going to chip off at. So anyway, I'm going to do a little touch up on it. Nope, no big deal to me. So, but yeah, dome light now works, and it also works with the light switch too. So the bonus. So I got some of it taped off this weekend too. So I'm ready. All this up here on the top, I'm going to paint this to match the truck, so you can kind of see through the top of it. And then the firewall down, I'm just going to leave that black. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to just leave it black on this truck. And then this, I'll just throw some paint in there. Same thing, the same yellow color on it. So it'll be all right for me. So it'll be fine. Same thing with this door. I stripped it down, took the weather stripping out of the windows and stuff. I got some, the other truck's got really good weather stripping in it. It's like brand new. So if I can get that taken out of those doors, I'll put it back in here. If I can't, I'll see if I can't find a new set. But I did take the mirrors off this side, door handles off this side, the door lock and everything off this side as well. So everything is pretty decent. They don't line up too bad. This one needs a little tweaking on it. It is a little rough to open up a little bit, but we'll see if it'll open it up. Yeah, not bad, but it still needs a little bit of a tweak. So, but same thing on the inside. Took it all apart on the inside. Now, I just watched a video a couple days ago that somebody cleaned the door panels up, and they lightly scuffed them. And one guy I've seen, he lightly took a sandblaster to it and cleaned them up and then put vinyl paint back over the top. So I may end up doing that to clean them up a little bit, make them look a little bit nicer. They're really, well, they're 52, 53 years old. So, you know, you get a little faded when you start getting as old as we are. So, but same thing on this side, guys. You can kind of see the floor mat and stuff. So it's got new carpet in it, which is one of the bonuses with this truck when I got it. So the new carpet will go back in it, of course. And then I ran some wires for the dome lights, of course, which, again, I said it again already in this video. Pretty happy with that. A little excited about it. So now the glove box, on the other hand, this was originally a Cheyenne cab. So the wood grain is on the gauge cluster, and I believe it was on this front door. So when they painted it, they must have just ripped that wood grain sticker off of it, and probably what they did is just painted over it because it's really in rough shape. So what I did is I don't know how well it's turned out. I took it in the house to cool off, to dry a little bit. So I actually matte black the center section on it, and then the outside piece on it, where the lip comes up over the edges of it. I actually did those in gloss black. Not sure how it's going to turn out, but it's got to look better than it did. I really hated to do it. It's still got the original sticker in it from the Cheyenne truck when it was blue. It's got every option on that truck, pretty much, if I could see on there. So I really hate to lose that sticker and waste it. So I did not paint the inside. I just painted the outside of it to clean it up a little bit and maybe make it look a little bit better. So that's why there's no glove box on it. But I got the computer and everything in here. I'm not for sure if I told you guys that or not, but right now I just got it covered up to keep some of the dirt and dust out of it from this sanding, painting project. So, not really sure what else. I am going to do something about the headliner because it's originally the blue that looks like it's got some glue stuck to it. And I don't know if I'm going to order the trim piece that goes around it, because I know the ones I've had in the past have got a trim piece that go around it. So I may get me a piece of material and put up there for now, and then order that trim piece to go around the outside of it. Unless I can figure out how to make something to put up there to hold it up. Of course, the front you don't see because you got the visors up there, but the back of it you'll see. So I'm going to do some checking on that stuff. Like I said, it doesn't have to be on there, but I can put something up there to cover that up, to make it look a little bit better. Just until I get the funds to be able to start buying little odd and end stuff like that. Like this dome light. This dome light come out of the yellow cab. The dome light switches for the doors, they come out of the they come out of the yellow truck too. So when I get to the point of doing the yellow cab on that, when I find me a frame and go from there with it, it's going to be a much more detailed project than this one. This one I'm just trying to get it yellow, and then so I can get her on the road for the summer. I got a couple dates I've told you guys about, so I'm trying to get it done, but we'll see. You guys know the deadlines. I've got a function I want to go to with it next week. Actually, the tailgate tour is next Monday. We're leaving Monday morning, so we're going to take the new truck. I was hoping to do a walk around with the new truck, just to give you guys an idea, because I don't like the idea of taking a new truck on an old truck cruise. But it's not really an old truck cruise, but you guys on the power tour or any cruise nights, you guys go back and forth, and I see both sides of it, and I don't, either way, I got old and new. I've had both on them. So, it wasn't my plan, but plan B is going to be going this year, because plan A is this one, and it is not going to make it. So what is going to happen with this is going to be, hopefully next year, it will make it, and then we'll see what happens with it. But I said that last year, but been sick for several weeks, so 5 weeks behind on this thing, plus we had a week of vacation in there as well. So that pushed this project a little bit behind. It didn't go as well, and right now just in a holding pattern because of the money I'm spending to go on this trip. So plus we just got them back from vacation in January to start with, so kind of pushing the limits on fundage on this project for a while. So I'm in a holding pattern for a little while, but right now I'm like I said, I'm doing the odd and end stuff that need to be done to touch it up to be ready to go. And when I get the paint and stuff, they'll be hitting out pretty hard when the weather breaks and when the funds come in for the paint. So I did find some paint. There's a parts store around here to smash the paint for it, so I'm pretty excited about that. And they also sell a matte clear to go with it. I thought about using poppies or a patina sauce clear, and I still may do that depending on what they want for clear for this. But they make a matte finish clear that goes with this paint, so I may end up just matte finishing the whole truck once I get the paint on it, and redoing the bed, the doors, everything on it at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but doing it at pretty close to the same time as I can with the space I've got. I don't think I can paint the whole truck in here. I'll probably have to paint the cab and doors, or probably the cab at one time. Then I'll probably paint the doors, and then I'll probably paint the bed. So I'm gonna have to rotate a lot of stuff around because I just don't have enough space here to be able to do it. Definitely not probably gonna do it in here all at the same time. So anyway, that's a couple things we got going on with that. So just like I said, just trying to do some odd and end stuff, getting it done, getting some odd and stuff in the interior ready to go. So when I do get ready for paint, like I said, the fuel system and everything started right up and it's ready to go. No leaks on that. So that's a good problem. Batteries on the battery tender, because it's been not started for probably 2 months, 3 months. It was dead, so I got to get that charged up. But once I got it charged yesterday, it fired right up. So other than that, not really sure what else is going on with this truck. I mean, there's a lot going on. I did get the grill painted. Let me flip it around and show you that. It's a little bit of a nightmare. It looks so most of the white paint is stripped off of it, but it is still in really rough shape. Some of it flakes off, and then it's got this, I don't know if I can wash this off or polish this out. So there's a lot of milky looking, and which might be because I didn't get it washed off in time, so that might be stained in the aluminum. But as far as dents and dings on this, guys, I'm gonna live with it. Once I get it cleaned up, outline this stuff and repaint this stuff black on it, fix the holes that don't hold the screws, fix those, and then, like I said, I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna put a new grill insert in it. I think I found one, a new one, for like $90 for the new grill insert. So I think I'm gonna do that for it. And once I get that on there, the rest of it won't even be noticed. The grill will stand out so new and shiny that you won't even see the rest of it. So, but let me show you the door panels on this truck. So this is what they look like. This is the one on the black truck didn't have the chrome on it, so I'm not sure if I can get that popped off there to respray it and spray it in vinyl so I don't ruin that chrome. Or if I just spray it all and then just come back with the paint thinner and just take that off. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that quite yet. I got to find out how this is actually on there. I'm going to buy all new clips and stuff to put in the back of it because it did not fit very well to start with. And I may try and figure out how I can kind of straighten it out because this one seemed to be a little bit, not for sure why, but bowed out of shape. And it's got one screw hole on this end. And I don't know if that's right or not, but the doors off the black truck, they've got screw holes all the way around it. They got 3 up, down each side, and a couple in the bottom, which, if it's like these are kind of warped, so the corners were sticking off of it, so I can understand why. And the clips on these corners were not broke, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to get into. I'm going to probably take all the clips off, stick it up on the door, and see how well it looks. If it's pretty flush and flat, maybe it'll fix it with new clips to put in there. But other than that, I'm going to figure out what the heck is going on. But I'm not done it before, but I may go try this vinyl paint that they sell. So I've heard good things about it, and I've heard, well, it's just like anything. You get good with the bad with it, so you got to figure it out if you like it or not. Some people love it, some people don't want to do nothing with it, but it may be the easiest way to freshen the interior up on it. I'll probably go back black with it because right now I'm going to leave the interior all black on this thing because it is black right now. I don't know if I want to go through the effort and energy to go through and repaint and pull everything off this dash and the back of it to paint it when the black doesn't look too bad. Not ideal, but it is going to be a time saver if I can just leave it all black on the inside of it. The dash pad's new. If I put the carpet's black, it's new. The what else? Oh, the door panels and stuff. When I get done with those, I think I'm gonna repaint them black. Now, if I ever get back to the original, if I ever get back to the original yellow cab truck and get that on a frame and get it straightened out and fixed, then we might think about going with a white interior. I don't know. It just looks so good, but I don't know if I'll do it or not. I don't know if I can do it. But anyway, guys, that's really a quick update. I'll try and get this loaded up tonight. Those that are trying to keep track and follow along with this build on here. Like I said, got a big week next week. I'm going to try and do, like I said, I'm trying to get comfortable with doing this. That's why I keep doing these little clips on what the updates are on this truck. 1, holds me accountable. 2, I'm just trying to get more comfortable with doing this because I really like to do it. But I really would like to get my feet really wet next week with doing the tailgate tour and getting something, some kind of video or content put up. It's a 5-day event, so there's a lot of coverage for it. I just like to be able to do it. It's just, like I said, just being able to get the confidence up to be able to get myself out there to do it. I know 3 guys that I also watch on YouTube are also going to be going on it, so I'll probably be talking to those guys before this is all over with. So talked to them one of them went last year, so all 3 of them are going this year that I've been watching for the last couple of years off and on. So, but I'll probably wear them out a little bit and see what their input, what they suggest, and see how that goes. And they'll probably tell me good luck, or who knows, they might just open up and say, hey, this is what we do, this is where you need to go, this is something you can check out or try. But probably from what I've talked to the guys before in the past at different events, probably be all right with sharing information with what's going on. It's not like these guys got a lot of followers, and they've also been doing it about 5 or 6 years. I'm not for sure on all of them, but I know they've been doing it a while. So I've been doing it, what is it? I started in January, so 2 or 3 months. And that not consistent. So anyway, all right, guys, I'll let you get back to it. But don't forget, just try and get out there in the garage and do something. Get something moving, get it out and get ready to go. It's about springtime here in Tennessee, so I'm chomping at the bit to get this truck back on the road so we can go cruising. We got cruise nights coming up starting in, I think, April, so I got a month away, plus a few due dates I want to get with this truck. So you guys know the drill. If you like it, comment, subscribe, share it, and I will catch you up on the next one.